Hello viewers and welcome again to #Transformative-JM. It's always nice meeting you and talking to you. I remind you once again to press the subscribe button and the notification bell so that we are able to communicate. You will be able now to get the notifications, the new uploads and new updates on what is we are discussing. So that we can continue learning and of course transforming our lives in the best way possible. I want to welcome you once again, especially the new ones, those who have not been viewing my videos. We have talked about various issues. Today we have a new or a different topic that I want to share, and this is courtesy of a certain clients of mine who told me that I need to address this. It is needed. And this is matters to do with interviews, CV writing, and that I know quite a number of people approach me to help them write the CV. So I chose that let me address it here. Like we say, your candle loses nothing when you light or when it lights another. So let's share this for the benefit of each and every one of us. So perhaps those who have not those who don't know me, the introduction that I would give today, especially in relation to the topic that I'm going to discuss, is very important that people know that I am a HR practitioner. And these matters of interviews and CVs, those are now the kind of things that I work with, and so it is order of the day for me for many years. Of course, I've done hundreds, if not thousands, of interviews over time. So I know about interviews and CVs and what happens. So it's actually very, very important that I talk about this and share the experiences that I have, that it can help somebody somewhere, that they can transform their lives. Of course, that is my main aim, my purpose, is to help somebody out there, that they can change and improve and do something better with their lives. So today I decided to plan for the new entrants, the freshers. You see, in our establishment, we have quite a number of trainees. We give practical skills for trainees. So there are quite a number that have passed through my hands. And I wonder to myself, how do they even manage to position themselves out there in the market if we don't teach them how to write the CVs, how to answer interviews? Because I don't believe those are, they get those kind of trainings in their different establishments. So it is a plus for the trainees, and particularly those trainees that have passed through our establishment. They are going to benefit, and all the trainees are across the globe, and anybody else who may need this kind of training. So we are saying that after our children are out of these colleges, where next, or what next? They have already trained in the jobs, the careers that they had applied for. We have given them the practical skills like what we are doing in our establishment. So what next? The next is positioning themselves, of course. They have to position themselves out there into the market so that the employer can see them. They can be attracted to that employer. And so what's the best way of attracting or being attractive if they do not know how to prepare their CV, they do not know how to answer interview questions? They fail, and we don't train our children so that they go and fail in the interview. And this thing I felt it because I have attended interviews, or I've done interviews whereby a candidate or candidates, a number of candidates, they have lost positions. They were not picked simply because of failure to answer questions properly. And these are people that I practically knew that they know work, because some of them I had even worked with them, some of them I know them from my other professional people in the industry who know them practically well. So it really hurts when somebody is so knowledgeable and somebody is so good, and then they fail simply because they couldn't answer questions properly. Remember, the panelists are people that are not known to everybody. So I may know that candidate because I am the recruiter, so definitely I invited them for an interview to come to wajitete mbele ya this panelist. Then they come and just spoil things there, and there isn't. I'm so helpless. It really hurt, and I have been so much touched by that, such that I decided to be even writing CVs for for people and coaching them and that kind of a thing. It's not easy on one-on-one, so it's better when I do it through the video, and this is where my conviction comes from. So without even taking much of your time today, let's just introduce the topic and see the best way is the expectations. So trainees, after you have completed and graduated, now you are expected to be out there, to position yourself, to stand, to be seen, and of course to be identified so that somebody can call you. And when you're called for interview, what do? Do you perform the way to the expectation of the would-be employer? So let's talk about the expectation. When you are called for this interview, what is it that is expected of you? What are you supposed to do? Point number one, you need to know the company. Go to the website and check that company that has invited you for interview. You must do thorough research about this company so that you know the company well, what they produce, the expectations, what they deal with, how they operate. You see everything, the pros and cons of this company. Know them inside and out. And above all, in relation to the job that you're applying for, what do you need to know that will affect your job one way or the other? Because this will form part of your interview questions. So it is necessary. Viewers, where I sit, I get sometimes so shocked or sometimes irritated, I'll tell you. Now you give somebody an opportunity, you ask them to come for interview, they are calling you minute after the other. How do I come? I don't know the place, location, it really irritates. You can imagine you are calling somebody who is going to interview you to give you a job, and that time perhaps I'm in some meeting or doing some job. I'm supposed now to even guide you on how to come. It's really painful. So we need to do this research prior. Once somebody has identified you, that you have been given an opportunity, come for an interview, make sure the rest you do the research, you know the location. It is a place that you have been to. It cannot be your first time that you're coming there. It will be very hard, because now you don't even know anything about that organization. What kind of questions or answers are you going to give? And that is what causes us to be very miserable, and we lose it big time. So please be aware of the company that has invited you for interview. Know as much as you can. There are so many other ways of knowing them. So you can ask people, you go to the website, you visit that place, find a way through which you can get into the place and understand it. It's good for you. Point number two, the expectation. Dress properly. You are called for an interview, please dress properly. You see, you are going, or you are part of your knowing that organization has to do with the dress code. Because when you go there now, you will understand. You will know maybe they wear uniforms, and what kind of uniforms do they wear, right? Exactly. Is it casual? Is it formal? Is it this color? So that when you go for an interview, when now you are told to go for that interview, you know exactly what to wear. And how are you going to wear? You dress something almost, if not similar, to the clothing that they are wearing. Why do I say that? We have this tendency, or mankind or human being has the tendency of feeling comfortable with what they think they already know. So you see, when you go there and you look like them, they feel like they already know you. So your questions will not be actually hard. They feel that you're a part and parcel of that family. So that will lessen the kind of questions that are going to be asked. So you go there, once you do your research, you know what they are wearing, how they eat, how they do, lots and lots of things. So when you go there, your behavior is more or less like theirs. That will lessen part of the hard questions that were going to be there for you. So please wear properly, dress properly, and dress like them so that you look like them, right? Point number 3, smell good. People take this lightly, I tell you. But we are invited for an interview, and you have come all the way, I don't know from where, and it is so hot, it's sunny. And you know, there was traffic, there was all sorts of things. Umeng'ang'ana hapa na pale, you are struggling with the conductors because there was an accident on the road. So you are running out of, so you are doing sometimes even you are running. You are all dusty, you are smelling sweat and what have you. I tell you, my friend, some panelists, even that smell itself, they will say next, even the questions are going to be, utaulizwa, they will be less than what they were asking everyone else. You already know you have lost it. Please, when you are coming for that interview, you make sure, like we say, if you have done your research, you know the pros and cons of going there. You know if it is a bad road or a road under construction like ours, you know what to do. You know how early you're supposed to be there so that you reach. And if you even carry some deodorant, if you can afford, when you reach, you go to some bathroom somewhere, you freshen up and make sure you're smelling. Now, we're not saying you smell very, you know, you have those perfumes. No. Smell nice, because the reason, that also brings us back to the reason of research. What kind of a company is that? What do they deal with? You don't go wearing some perfume in a hospital or in some other area where they don't deal with those kind of things. So the important thing here is smell nice, smell comfortable, smell fresh. Because those are the things that will bring attract these people to you, that they feel already comfortable with you. And that will lessen a lot of questions for you. So please, make sure you come early and smell well, and you try to come on time. Like we are not saying that you come here 1 hour before, then you sit there. People will be irritated. We want people to be there 20 minutes to time, around that time, so that at least there is time for preparation of, you know, still asking and introducing yourself to the receptionist, and being the panelists are being reminded these people are here. So at least it cannot be more than that, because people get irritated seeing you seated here. You know, everybody's coming, you are next. So keep time. Even if you came early, you can be somewhere around there. You'll be around there. We're not saying that now you know, because roads also have their issues. Be around that place so that a few minutes to time, 20 minutes or so, so go there and now start introducing yourself, checking, and now you will be told what to do. Perhaps they'll take some time. So please smell good, keep time, and be at the place right on time, a few minutes to time. Not an hour, not so many minutes or before time. People, you do, and then you start irritating people. Don't do that. Avoid it by all means. If you have to come early because of the kind of road you are using, stay somewhere else. And if you know somebody there, maybe you can just get in touch with them that I'm around, I managed to come early. So perhaps they may want to deal with your issue as early as possible. Then that is okay, it's a plus for you. But otherwise, generally serious interviews, do not hang around there too much early, because sometimes the panelists, the serious bosses who have their time, who watch the time, they don't want to see somebody seated there all, you know, waiting. No. Sometimes people get suspicious, and it's not good for you. So smell good, keep time. Hi, number 4, remember to carry your CV. I have this problem with the candidates, because they sent their CV on the mail. Somebody just comes walking like that. You ask them, why is your... I sent it. Yeah, sent it. In the panel, we are normally more than 2. So 2, 3, 4. So you can imagine, I cannot be printing your CV to giving people, because even I don't print. I will go with my laptop and read it from there. Right. So the chairperson of that interview definitely need a CV. So you come with your CV. If you can afford 2, more than 2, you carry them. And for freshers, remember your CV is only 1 page. So you can afford to come with more than 2 copies, so that when the panelists are more than that, you can give them, right? I want you to know that coming for interview, you know, the interview is not for the panelists, so they don't care that much. When they come to interview you, they already have some work they want to do, so they want to do it in a hurry. They want everything done for them. You come with your CV, so the moment you sit, everybody's the hand, where is this? You take it. So you chomwa immediately, give them, you finish your interview, and you are ready to go. So please carry your updated CV. and papers that perhaps you need. So as a fresher, you don't even have much. It's just that CV and maybe your school certificates. Usually at the first instance, we don't ask for those certificates. We ask them when you have been given a job. Is when now we are asking for the certificates to do the background check and things like those, right? So that's necessary. The last one is candidates, please come prepared for the interview. It is really upsetting when a candidate comes and behaves like they were on the road by the roadside when you called them for interview. No preparation at all. That is not right. It's like you don't take this job seriously. And it is your first job because you're just coming from college. Please come prepared. And of course, we are going to go through those preparations, the topics and the kind of questions. But by and large, come prepared, ready for being questioned. You have applied for a job. So definitely there is something you are coming to do. Come prepared with all that is required for that job. Come when you are prepared for the interview. Don't sit there like you are not even aware of what you're being asked. So what are you coming to do? Please prepare yourself. And if you don't know what to prepare, ask before you come, because the panelists are busy people. You will find there is a CEO there who wants to see you and finish and even approve whether you should come for the second or third interview, or you should come start your job. He has no time to waste trying, still thinking, wondering what is she thinking or what is he thinking. Please come ready and prepared for that interview, and you are ready to work. Should you pass, you are asked when can you start, your availability, you say even today I can do it. Yes, because I am ready. I came when I'm ready. And also that shows you are interested in that job. You see, there's also that point of interest. When you come and you just like a hands-off kind of interview, then we also wonder whether, were you really interested in that job? We want people who are interested in the job, because those are now the reliable, responsible people. So when you do those and when you come prepared with those kind of list of steps we have discussed, viewers, I believe you will be positioning yourself to getting that job that you have been looking for, that you have applied for. So I wish you all the best. Please be sure to press that red button and the notification button, because don't go too far. We are starting on serious issues, serious business. We want now to get to the details of the kind of questions that you are going to be asked, so that you can answer them effectively, efficiently, and get the job. Good luck.